Good morning, all. Is screen is visible and audio is audible? Are you able to see the PowerPoint presentation here? Okay. This is the video lecture on design and analysis of algorithms. We are currently discussing with module 2, that is divide and conquer strategy. So in divide and conquer strategy, we are going with, in the previous class, we have gone with a recurrence equation, general method, master theorem and all. So master theorem we have discussed in the last class. Now you come for applications of divide and conquer strategy. So where this divide and conquer strategy are being applied. So that is the concept we are going to discuss in today's class. So many algorithms are there: binary search, minimum, maximum, merge sort, quick sort, Streisand multiplication, topological sort. All these are the algorithms where we come across divide and conquer strategy. Okay, so you will be familiar with binary search. So how we see how we are going to have divide and conquer. So when you divide and when you conquer, to find what? Okay, so that is the concept. Now you come for the binary search. So from here, each and every concept is very, very important. Okay, so from master theorem only, the actual module 2 will start. So now you come for this particular thing. So problem definition. So you start with a problem definition. So what the binary search is going to do, it is going to search for an element in a given array list. So what it will do, it will search for a key element in the set of array elements. So that is come for the problem definition. AI. What is I? I will range from first element up to last element. Be the list of elements that is sorted in non-decreasing order. So what is the meaning of non-decreasing order? It will be in as an increasing order only. Okay. So increasing in the sense it is non-decreasing. Okay. So set of AI. AI means array elements ranging from 1 to n. So sorted in increasing order. So that is the input what you have to give. So what is the output and what is the problem you are solving? So problem is to find whether the element X is present in the list or not. So key element we call it as key, that is X here. So element X is present in the list or not. If X is present, we determine the value J. That means what is J? J is the position of the element in the array. So position of the element in the array is called J. That is index value, such that A of J is equal to X. If X is not in the list, then J is set to 0. Okay. So what is the problem definition? An array I ranging from first element to last element in increasing order. What you have to find? The problem is to find whether the key element X is present in the list or not. Okay, so key element is present in the list or not. If it is present, determine the index position, that is value J, such that A of J is equal to X. If X is not in the list, J is set to 0. Okay, so this is the problem definition. So come for the solution of that particular thing. So what is the P is problem. So problem is consisting of how many elements? Total number of elements is n, with number of elements ranging from AI to AL. So AI to AL. Okay. So first element is I, last element is L, that is last. And also X. What is the X? It is the key element. Denotes a instance of such problem. Okay. So now you have to tell what is N, number of elements. What is AI to AL? It is the list of elements. What is X? It is a key element to be searched. Okay. So are you understanding, right? Are you people understanding, right? Okay, so kindly go through. It's very, very important for all your exam point of view. Okay, so now you come for the pseudocode. Pseudocode, this is the pseudocode what we have. So step one, so pick the index q in the middle range. So index q, that is you are finding the middle element. Okay, so now you have the problem. Problem P is to be divided into sub problems. So how you divide? For that we pick an index q in the middle range. So that is q is equal to last element plus first element by 2. So last element we call it as n. First element we call it as 1. That is q is equal to n plus 1 by 2. And compare x with a of q. So, so last element plus first element by 2, you will get some index. So that index is called q. So and compare the a key element with a of q. What is a of q? A of q is the middle element we have. Okay, so A of Q is middle element. Keep in your mind what is A of Q? It is middle element. If X is equal to, first you will check with X is equal to A of Q. That is, what is X? X is the key element. A of Q is middle element. Key element is equal to middle element. The problem is immediately solved. Keep in your mind, if the key element and middle element are same, the problem is immediately solved. This is the best case. Okay, so what is the best case? If the key element is equal to middle element, though that is the problem is immediately solved, and that is the best case. Okay, so if the key element is less than middle element, that is, you have to go with where will be the middle element, left part. If it is less than means, so it will be left part or right part. Can you, anybody can tell? So all the elements are in ascending order. Okay. So if the key element is less than mid, so whether it will be left part or right part. One, kindly answer in the chat box. All the elements are sorted in ascending order. So you are, if the key element is less than mid, mid is nothing but middle element. So if it is lesser means where it will be? It will be in the leftmost part. Okay. So if it is in the leftmost part, in this case, X has to be searched for only in sub list. So it is to be searched in. So keep in your mind A1, A2, A3, AQ minus AQ. Last is AQ plus 1. So keep in your mind. So middle first element will be A0, A1, A2 like that. So middle element is AQ, and so and if you continue on to last, it will be AQ plus 1. So if the key element is less than mid, so where you have to search? Search in the leftmost part. So if the key element is greater than mid element, search in the rightmost part. So now you have left part and right part. Now you keep in your mind, the problem is divided into how many subproblems? Two subproblems. So two subproblems are left part, that is less than mid, and right part, that is greater than mid. Okay. So if that is the case, now where you have to search? So search all the elements starting from AI to AQ minus 1. So keep this one in your mind, what you are having. So you have to search. So A1, A2, A3, AQ, AQ plus, that is AQ up to last element is AQ plus 1. Okay. So first element is A1, last element is AL. So keep this one in your mind. First element is AI. Okay, last element is AL. Okay, so you have to start from, if it is in left part, you will start with AI and end with AQ minus 1, because your key element is less than middle element. Okay, so search for Q minus I, AI to AQ minus 1, and search for what? Key element X. So you are not searching the entire element N. The N part will be reduced. Okay. So N part you take it as Q minus I. So Q is middle element, I is first element. So middle element minus first element, that range you are going to search it. So problem is reduced to Q minus I, and it will start from where? It will start with first element to mid, one element, that is mid minus 1. That is AI, AQ minus 1, search for K element X. So step 4, if X is greater than AQ, that means key element is greater than middle element, where you have to search. So you have to search from middle, after the middle element up to last element. So after the middle element is AQ, after middle element you have AQ plus 1, up to last element is AL. Last element is AL, so you have to go with L minus I. So last element minus first element you have to give L minus I, AQ plus 1, AL. So if you didn't remember Q minus I, L minus I, no matter, but you have to give AI to AQ minus 1, AQ plus 1 to AL. Okay, because array is ranging from where to where? AI to AL. Okay, this is the pseudocode. So now you come for recursive binary search algorithm. So we have only two types of binary search. One is iterative algorithm, algorithm. So first you go with recursive. So can anybody can tell define recursion? So anybody define recursion? Function calls itself. Function calling itself. Okay. Okay. The function which calls itself, we call it as recursive. Okay. Now you are going with a by recursive binary search algorithm. Okay. So for that, function name is bin search. That is binary search. What you are searching? For a set of elements. So for the set of elements is array A. Okay. So set of elements you are having the array A. And first element is I, last element is L, key element is X. So type A, that is the array. So int I, int L, int X. A is the set of elements, I is the integer array first element, L is last element, type X. Type X is nothing but key element. Okay, so for that, given you have to write as it is because all these are algorithms. Okay, so given an array I to 1, I to L, that is I is the first element and L is the last element in non-decreasing order. So determine whether X is present and if so, return J such that X is equal to A of J. Else return 0. So I will be ranging from where to where? It will range from 1 to L. Determine what? Whether X is present. If so, if X is present, return the position of the value X, that is index element J, so that X is equal to A of J, else return 0. Okay, so now this is the recursive you take. If L double equals I, that means, so first element and last element are same. So if first element and last element are same, how many elements you can have? So kindly answer here. If the first element is I, double equals last element, oh, how many elements you can have? How many elements you have? First element is and last element are equal. Okay, so how many elements you have in the array? So I want the answer. Keep in your mind, I'm asking first element and last element. So there will be first element is I, last element is L. Okay, so if that is the case, so how many elements will be there in the array? I first ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, L last ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so how many elements you have in the array? I want the answer for that. Okay, it is only one element. Oh, first element and last element are at same. So what? How many elements you have? One element. Can you divide that particular one element? Take this as problem. So if there is only one element, can you divide that into sub problems? Okay, you can't divide. Okay, so that is you can't divide because there is only one element. So that comes the first condition. If small of p, small means there is no element, you can't divide that particular an array. So at that time you take L double equals I. So if small of p, so now X double equals what you give the key element, you have to take it as, you have to take it as key element only. There is only one element and what you give X. So if X double equals A of I, return I, else return 0. So that means if the key element is B is equal to only one element what you have. So if k element is equal to A of I, it will return I. If not, what it will return? It will return 0. So this is the case when we have only one element. So that means small. Okay, that means n is equal to 1. Okay, if n is small, this is the binary search algorithm. So if else means if the last element is not equal to first element. So if I is not equal to, if I not equal to L, so can you divide? So kindly answer here. If I is not equal to L, can you divide? That means I is at one position and L is at another position. So in between, so many elements are there. Okay. So at that place, can you divide this particular thing? Can you divide the particular problem? Yes. What about others? Oh, I am not, I am getting only one reply. If the I and L are at different locations, so I is at first location and take L is at I not equal to L. That means I is different, L is different. I is at value 1 and L is at value 5. So at that time, can you divide that particular problem? Yes, we can. So if L is not equal to I, you can divide the problem P into smaller subproblem. So at that time, what you take? So find mid is equal to, if there is only one element, that will be the mid element. You can't divide anything. So if the first element and last element are different, so what you can do? Mid is equal to I plus L by 2. I is the first element, L is the last element by 2. So mid element. Okay. So mid, how to calculate? It is the first element plus last element by 2. So if X, that means key element double equals A of mid, return mid. So this is the recursive binary search algorithm. So what the recursive binary search will tell, it will divide the problem into subproblem by calculating the middle element. Calculate the middle element and X double equals A of mid, return mid. Okay. So now you tell what is the condition to divide the problem. Tell the condition to divide the problem into subproblem. So when you divide the problem into subproblem, so you have to tell the condition when you divide the problem into subproblem. What is the condition we have? You need to tell the condition. There is no need to raise your hands. Tell what is the condition we have to divide the problem into subproblems. So first element is not equal to last element. Okay, keep that one in your mind. When you divide, that is the divide and conquer strategy. So when you divide, when the I is not equal to L or first element not equal to last element, you are going to divide the problem into subproblems. So keep that one in your mind. Okay, so at that time, what you do, you find the middle element. Middle element is first element plus last element by 2, and you check the key element with middle element and return mid. Okay, so now you come for iterative binary search. So this is the iterative binary search we have. So recursive only middle element with key element. So it will not go for left part or it will not come for right part, nothing. So just checking the key element with middle element is the recursive binary search. Now you come for iterative binary search. So iterative means keep on doing. Okay. So same thing, a set of elements A and a int n. So what is n? So number of elements and x is key element. So given an array, one to first element to last element in increasing order, n greater than or equal to 0. There you are taking I. Here it is I to L. Okay. But here n greater than 0. Okay. So determine x is present. And if x is present, what is the case? Return j such that x is equal to a of j. If x is not present, return 0. Okay, first initially you will take low is equal to 1 and high is equal to n. Low is equal to 1 and I is equal to n. if low less than or equal to high. Okay, so this is the algorithm what you get for iterative, that you consider for lower part, left part, middle part, right part. Okay, so first if low is less than or equal to I, that means 1 less than or equal to n. Okay, condition is true. Find the middle element. So middle element is 1 plus n by 2. So middle element you find using the same thing. Here it is I plus L. So but here it is 1 plus n by 2. 1 is nothing but low, n is nothing but high. That is 1 is nothing but I, and L, I will be represented as L here. Okay. Hmm. So now you find, first you come for condition. So if x, so if x is less than a of mid, okay. So where will be the I? So keep in your mind, x will be key element. So middle element, first element will be low, last element will be high, and middle element will be mid. Okay. So if x is less than a of mid, so which should come? So if x is less than a of mid means left part or right part. So if it is lesser, so it is left part or right part. If it is less than, so it is left. If it is less than, you should go with which part? Left or right part? If the key element is less than middle element, so which part you are going to have? So you go with a left part. In left part, which is there, you have where is low and where is high. Can you tell? So now you have left part, middle part, right part. So where is low? Where is low? Low is in left part or right part? Where is high? So where is the high? I'm just asking you, no minus nothing. Okay. So low is the first element. Low is in which part? It is in the left part. So where is the high? High is in which part now? I is in right part. Okay. Okay, good. So now if you are searching the element in, if your key element is less than a of mid, low is less than, low will be as it is, but high which is in rightmost part will come to leftmost part. Keep that one in your mind. So when your key element is less than a of mid, low will be in, low will be in same position. High which is in right part will come to left part. So where the high will come? High will come to mid minus 1. Middle element minus 1, because you are searching where? In the left part you are searching. So for that case, where the high should come? I which is in rightmost part should come to leftmost part, because you are searching the element in left part. So where the high will come? I will come to mid minus 1. Okay. So similarly, else if x is greater than a of mid, so you are, if it is greater, where you are searching? You are searching the elements in righter part. So under righter part, you have high. So which is not there? Low is not there in the righter part. So now low, which is there in the leftmost part, will come to rightmost part. Keep that one in your mind. Again, I am telling, if it is lesser than mid, so low will be in left part only. high which is in rightmost part should come to leftmost part. If it is greater, if the key element is greater than middle element, so you have to search in right part. So which is there in right part? I is already there in the right part. So now the low which is the leftmost part will come to rightmost part. That is low is equal to mid plus 1. So where the low will come, it will come to middle element plus 1. Okay. If not these two cases, return mid. That means the key element is equal to middle element, you will be returning middle element. Okay. So this is the iterative binary search algorithm. Okay. So, so have you understood the algorithm? Have you understood this particular algorithm? Aishwarya, yes. So what is the value of low if greater? Aishwarya, yes. What is the value of low parameter if the key element is greater? Kindly give the answer for this. What is the value of the low if the key element is greater than middle element? Aishwarya, yes. Okay. I hope she is not there in the class. So anybody can tell the what is the value of low if the key element is greater? If key element is greater than middle element, what is the value of low? Low is equal to mid plus 1. Okay. What is the value if what is the value of high? What is the value of high if the key element is lesser? It is mid minus 1. Okay. Well and good. So the so now answer finally will recursive binary search will will divide will divide the sorry will have left and right part, will have left and right part. So answer for this, will recursive binary search algorithm will have left and right part? I'm telling you. So if it is left and right part, will it have the left and right part? So this is the recursive binary search. Okay. So are you having any lesser than, greater than? Are you doing anything else in this particular algorithm? So here you are having last and first element. So if it is only one element, you will return. So if not, you will reduce the problem into sub-problems using mid. That is first and last. So is there any condition x less than mid, x greater than mid in recursive binary search? Are you having any conditions for less than mid and greater than mid? So if there is no lesser than, no greater than, there is no means of left part and right part here. Okay. So that is the concept you have. So in recursive binary search, you won't only you find the middle element, you can easily find the problem answer for the problem. But in iterative binary search, you go with left part, right part, as well as middle element. So this middle element is nothing but recursive binary search. So this part less than mid, greater than mid, we take it as iterative binary search. Okay. So have you understood up to here? So have you got the algorithm part? So tomorrow we go with examples. Okay. So what are all the things you do? So all the examples we shall see in the tomorrow's class. So have you understood? Yes, tell me. Understood the concepts? Okay. So I hope you have okay, I hope you have understood. Okay, here I will be ending this particular session. So continue in the next upcoming sessions. So you can subscribe to my channel using a YouTube channel using code I've already given 1 DPMK. So I will be ending this particular class. So thank you all. Stay safe. Be home. Thank you.